Unravel the mic a little bit.
We're live. Wednesday day live.
Oh, we are live?
Yeah, we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Feed that back through the bottom.
We're going to feed this through the bottom.
Trying some new stuff for you guys. Because we're super cool.
Thank you.
And I went to the fountain.
Finally, somebody's watching. Yeah, that went down. I'm terrified. Yeah, you're good. That's not going to move.
Ooh. I don't know how your vision is. Mine's pretty good.
He's got his iPad. He can read.
Okay. Dun-dun. It's the napkin! Jess, you owe me your column tomorrow. Wednesday.
You're terrible. Yeah, my shirt looks so much different than yours. Oh, look at you with your little Touch ID.
Not bad.
Nice. 3:30. Oh, we got a second. It's probably me. It's probably us there.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. That's right, Jess.
Well, you got to be in it, right?
Yeah.
All right. We like to take the first couple minutes of a live stream.
Give some time.
Just really
People to get space over here.
Oh, look at this. I can turn on. Oh, yeah, turn on. Yeah, look at this.
Do you want to back all this stuff up a little bit?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to couple people on.
I mean to adjust this.
All right, so we decided we're going to do a giveaway, too. Yeah, my shirt looks different than your guy's shirt.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of better, actually.
Yeah, that was much better. You could probably kick this up one notch on this side.
Yeah, that's starting to look better.
It's getting there.
We're getting this nailed down.
Oh, wow, look, 7 people. Oh. There you go. It's looking all right. That works. 2 lives one day.
We're getting. Are we like a regular thing?
Are we almost professional?
We could just stream
Maybe.
Evan eating. We've done that.
We
Find that on the YouTube page if you can.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Don't forget, they're over there.
Over here.
We are going to do some unboxings today. Surprise unboxings.
Bob doesn't know.
Bob doesn't know.
Bob knows one of the things because he bought it.
I think what we should do is to really make Bob kind of sweat it out is we should bring out the surprises now. So he has to, because then he'll know what's happening.
No, I say we
You want to wait?
I want to wait because I don't want him to forget about the range
If the
trooper.
noob wants to wait.
Because the range trooper is cool. What
Okay.
is your friend calling him?
My friend Joe, who I tagged on this, I hope he's watching. He actually calls the range trooper, the pimp trooper.
Wow.
He's got like a little fur coat.
Yeah, I can
So
say it.
I like calling him the pimp trooper now.
Yeah.
I
He's
I'm
fun.
I like that. Sorry, Hasbro.
We
What's his new name?
are going to do a giveaway
Yes.
as well.
We are going to
6
give away the Black Series 40th anniversary of Obi-Wan.
The best character.
So this
And-
is the Alec Guinness in the old style package, right down to this. So it's go ahead.
And a Zuvio t-shirt.
Yes, and a Zuvio T-shirt. What's a Zuvio T-shirt? I wonder.
Ooh, maybe that'll be because we didn't come up with a question, did we?
We did not come up with a question.
I think you were going to say the first person to notice what shirts we were wearing, and then you just told them what we
You
were
told
wearing.
us nobody asked what the shirt was.
Yeah.
But
I was wearing this earlier.
we only
guys.
have a
Where you
couple
guys-
of people
where are you?
who are asking, holy moly, Obi-Wan. Yes. And Supadoo. Hello, Casey. Thank you for joining us. What, you got anything else? I guess.
No, go ahead.
All right, we're going to do it.
it.
Okay, so we went out on Force Friday. Actually, I went out on Saturday after Force Friday to see what was left. And I hit about 5 different department stores, Toys R Us's, Walmart's, and Target's. And I finally found the Range Trooper. But I was looking for Grand Moff Tarkin. That's who I really wanted. Or Grandma Tarkin.
Grandma Tarks.
Grandma
Grandma
Tarkin. But I
Tarks.
wanted to pick up the Range Trooper, who my friend refers to as the pimp.
GMT.
The GNT.
GMT.
The Pimp Trooper. So it pains me to do this, but we're going to have to open him. I'm going to do it from the bottom.
Not going to make the joke.
Not going to make the joke.
though you set me up in almost every live stream. It's almost like you planned these.
Oh, look at this. It's red and black. That's a little
nice.
different. I guess this because this side's red. Tells you how many of these I've opened. Slide them right out. Ooh, an interesting bouquet. Straight up paint.
Because it's the
fuzzy.
the faux hair. That's a really cool figure.
I like this trooper because he's a little bit of a mixture between the snow trooper from Empire Strikes Back that we know and the Scarif trooper that we saw in Rogue One. So he's got the helmet, but then he's got all this like fuzziness to him.
I have thoughts already.
And I love the boots. The boots for me, I think, are just really cool. And
that's my
shoes.
favorite part.
Yeah,
Let's get some shoes.
as you've seen in the new trailer.
Do you want me to go around there?
Yeah, we're okay. When we get them closer. You see in the new trailer, you see these guys on the train, and I love the train because it takes it back to the Shadows of the Empire.
I wonder
train.
if Chewie's gonna die.
Or is this the Chewie that we didn't know, and there was another
Chewie's
Chewie?
cousin.
Ooh.
Or
Oh, very.
brother.
Oh, wow. Okay, so believe it or not,
Maybe that's why Chewie doesn't know that he knows all the characters in the new movies, because he actually dies in the train scene.
maybe he does. And there's maybe it's a clone of Chewie.
It's like the movie Beer Fest.
Okay,
Have you ever
so
seen that?
this is, first of all, right out of the bat, he feels a little loose, which is surprising considering he just came out of the pack, literally just cut him open. Feels a little loose.
He feels soft.
Yeah, and he's
Not in a bad way though.
yeah, he feels posable, which is good. And
This I cannot wait to see when people start cosplaying as this.
yeah, because
Trooper.
I
it's
think for such a big boot, his ankle works really well.
yeah. This is one at Comic-Con where they actually have to watch the guy to make sure that he doesn't pass out as he's walking around Hall H, because this seems like a lot of gear. I mean, it's almost as if he has his own little backpack here.
Yeah.
You've got the fuzziness, and this is rubber around here, but it gives the illusion of it feeling like it's almost like a hard cloth fuzziness like this. This is up here. This feels like cat or squirrel.
Yeah.
And this
That was my first thought when you opened it up, and I immediately went to feel the inside
this.
of the coat, and I was honestly a little bit disappointed that
It's
they
rubber.
didn't keep this.
Yeah.
They did the cowl. What would you call that?
Scarf
Thing. They
shoulders.
did this really, really well,
Yeah.
and it's nice and soft.
And this is
they didn't do
different.
the inside of.
I can't think of any other figure that has this kind of dexterity to him. Not even Chewbacca. You think this could be the next Chewbacca could just feel like this, which is cool. Now the gun, flocked. Yeah.
Sure.
The gun is a mixture of the Stormtrooper blaster that we all kind of know without the scope on top. It's here on the end. It's a little bit of a mixture of the guns that we saw in the Clone Wars. So it's a little bit different. Kind of bridging the gap here. Let's see if we can soup him up with his.
Bailey says he's a bit late, but Star Wars. And is this for like desert planet expeditions, or what is the range trooper?
So
He looks like a snow planet kind of guy.
yeah, from what we're guessing from the trailer, because we haven't seen the movie yet, it looks like it's whatever the big heist is in the film. So it could be it could be Corellia, which is Han Solo's home planet, but it's definitely a mountainous ice snow region. So think of like the Swiss Alps, I guess, on whatever planet.
Because he's
we're
wearing
visiting.
a heavy.
It's
Snow
yeah.
coat.
It's like reminiscent of the snow scene from The Force Awakens type of jacket,
Now
heavy duty.
we've got interior like almost like strap belts that kind of go on his legs.
Well, is this
You have
like
to move
an
up.
assisted walking thing?
The-
Because these
the-
aren't really boot. They
The
almost
boots are
look like
magnetic.
Okay, so they're
And
magnetic.
that's all we're
ones.
getting from the trailer is that these boots are actually magnetic.
This is like this is our second. This is almost like the boots from Super Mario Brothers, the movie. We're gonna go twice. We're gonna go Super Mario Bros. Twice.
We're going to do
in
some
one.
close-ups on here. He doesn't feel like he's the guy that you can superpose. I think this is going to be a guy that's just kind of like
one thing.
yeah, he's got like one pose and that's it. We have been playing with some of the First Order troopers here beforehand, and they were kind of a pain to pose. But I'm liking the overall look of this figure.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking you're going to be able to do a lot with him, as in like I don't know, like close quarters. Like there's like a combat scene that some of the Instagram photographers
There you
like to
go.
use.
There we go. It's
Yeah,
focusing on Bob's face.
And also, he's got a yellow like color inside his visor, which is very different for Star Wars because it's usually just black.
Yeah.
It's never a distinct color. Now early Vader from if they do figures that usually come from A New Hope, they're red
the back
and not black. So it's another little interesting feature. Show the inside of the legs too, which sounds weird, but you can actually see like they really went all out on the details.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to give it to Hasbro for $20.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of figure for $20.
Yeah.
And I'll be interested to see if they do a Disney die-cast of this at the Disney store, because those usually are a little bit bigger. There's definitely more weight to them, and then some of the details are just just a bit finer.
Who makes the die? Is Disney?
I think it's
those?
Disney, yeah. But I'm really, I'm really liking the whole helmet overall design. At first, as a Star Wars fan, I was very like, why can't we just have stormtroopers? Why does it always have to be something new that we haven't seen yet? And I always think it's to sell a toy. But if it works to the story, like the Scarif Troopers did because it was the beach, or if this guy because he's more like a mountain trooper, and then there's the Mud Trooper, which we keep seeing pictures of, but we've yet to actually see a figure. And I'm afraid that one's going to be one of those Black Series figures that's going to be in the disappeared wave. Like, oh yeah, they're out there. They're $40 a piece on Amazon, but you can't actually find one in a store.
I just wanted to focus so bad.
And the Death Troopers, they were easy to find at the beginning, and then they kind of disappeared.
MJ, do you want me to grab mystery piece?
Yeah, they're get mystery piece.
So here, we'll put him up here next to our boy Zuvio. Kind of give you a height perspective of the two. Zuvio is a bit smaller than most. Am I supposed to close my eyes or something?
Yeah, go ahead
All right.
for the live stream.
Closing my eyes for the live stream.
I want them to see it first.
Bob's dancing.
Am I off the camera?
Yeah, you're off camera. All right,
Boom.
go ahead, Bob.
Okay, guys, we'll see you. Have a good thing.
No, we're not even close to being done yet. This is number one.
This is
This
number
is
one.
surprise
Yeah.
one. Bob.
One, huh?
Yeah, if you saw on Instagram yesterday, me and MJ were out looking for Jurassic Park figures. We found some goodies that we didn't tell Bob about, and so this is all him seeing it for the first time. We hid them in the office. Oh my God,
That is honestly.
So the cool thing is about this is our first creature in the Black Series figures.
Yeah.
Now we've had a sand speeder, we had Rey's speeder, we had the TIE fighter, which is enormous. We've had some speeder bikes, but this is, and we've had some tauntauns. Actually, it's not the first creature. The tauntaun was the first creature.
Okay.
So this is the first Imperial or bad guy creature, and this is awesome.
he's not bad. He's just animated that way.
I remember the first time that I
Cut away from yourselves, folks.
is the first time that you saw one of these when they added them in to the scenes in episode
No.
1.
No, they were in the original cut of Star Wars. The more mobile ones were in the special editions.
Okay.
And if you were an old school fan, they even had pictures of the Stormtrooper Dewback in a lot of the storybooks. So if you got it was like big paragraphs and then a giant picture. The
Okay.
Dewback was featured in those pictures, and I think it was almost a scene that wasn't even in the movie. And if you have a really good eye, if you watch, when 3PO and R2D2 are heading towards the bar, there's actually a Dewback in the background,
Oh, he just knocked down our boy.
and you have to look for him real quick. They left him in there in the special edition, but he's very stationary.
There's a few comments. Bailey is saying the Black Series is great. I have a trooper with the staff sort of thing with the circular loop on top.
That's
that
the
the death of the-
Executioner.
Okay, the Executioner. And then Eddie Sun says hi again. We're back. We're going for round number 2. And Max says, I wonder if they'll come up with the future
really
with some
cool.
banthas.
A bantha would be fantastic. Like we've had the Sand People now, and a bantha would be bigger than this. It would be,
This is
I'd say,
really-
it'd be about twice the size of this.
So I mean, you've got each of the legs have an independent swivel. You've got a left and right swivel on each leg. The first 3 claws bend up and down, and then the back, I guess you call
The
it a thumb, also bends. They've got this great little, and you can see it on the side here, on the inside of the mouth.
Look at that thing.
The
Like
inner
he's holding
jaw.
it. We're not moving it any further forward.
The texture is amazing on this thing as well.
They kind of did some of this lightly.
Right?
Nope.
Other way.
They finally did some of this. It's not as rubbery or as leather lizard skin as the what did they do it with the Rancor? When Hasbro did it with the Rancor series a couple years ago. I'm looking for some reason to put this thing in. This is the right way.
Well, Bob,
Saddlehorn goes forward.
While I do this, why don't you come up with a trivia question for everybody and get it out of the way?
That's the best Stormtrooper I think I've seen.
This is a fantastic Stormtrooper.
Let's just see if he can hold the weapons the way he's supposed to.
Okay, hold on.
That's the struggle that I've had.
Oh, there you go.
I just. Sorry, I got flustered. My Star Wars trivia question just came out of my.
I have a real. I have one.
Eddie Sons is a Black Series Sandcrawler want.
Yeah,
and then,
that would be another good one.
James says we need to remake Ronto to go with the Tatooine creatures.
Ooh, really? You would want the Ronto?
What is why don't I?
The Ronto is kind of like the Jawa version of this. It was put into the special edition. That's an interesting choice. I still have some. Do you not have a Ronto? Some retro. I have a couple, but they're fairly ugly. Okay. But they're nice for background. So if you're trying to fill the background
there you
out,
go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, this is.
Oh my god.
This is a fantastic Sand Trooper. I got to say, his details are great. He reminds me, except for this part, which most of us know him as the Sand Trooper, the like sergeant with the orange. I have a Sideshow collectible of that one. But this one is really, really good. And we have the directional stick here to control the lizard. What I couldn't think of is if you're the Empire and you're stationing these guys and you're giving them a lizard to crawl around with, that's got to be a suck detail, because why would you have speeder bikes for these guys to get through the desert first? I mean, if they're really combing the desert and this really slow-moving lizard, I guess they're going to find stuff if they're looking for it in relation to a speeder bike. Evan, check out this.
Yeah, this is the...
and you have the Acklay, too. I think is awesome. I love
wow. This is a really great figure.
Yeah. I think that's the best Stormtrooper I've seen.
Now, they dropped this, I believe Jarrett shared pictures of this with us from Comic-Con last year, and the second I saw it, I was like, wow, this has to go into the collection.
This is great.
It's really nice.
So the only thing that I think is a little weird is the way that they got the shoulder here. I mean, it's not like it goes out or anything,
Mm-hmm.
so like why wouldn't that be more inlaid
like this
the back
is.
legs?
I don't know.
That's the only thing that confuses me.
On top.
Take it away. I'm trying to think of a trivia question. This is tough. I wasn't really think Star Wars trivia. See, I try to think of hard things, which is probably not fair to everybody. But we'll do the trivia question of name. Okay, Sir Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi. You really got to know your Star Wars here. This is going to be mean. Name 2 movies that he was in that were directed by David Lean.
Jeez.
Oh my
2
God.
movies that Sir Alec Guinness was in.
Get on your IMDb,
Directed
folks.
by David Lean. There's just give me 2.
Wow, look at this.
Just give me 2. This is the 40th anniversary figure. This is very cool. It's on the black card. And we'll ship this out to you along with an AFJ shirt.
Look at.
You know what? We should we'll step out of frame so it doesn't try to focus on your face.
Wow. Just Bob, first thoughts.
I love it. I loved it when I saw it in the box. I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's huge. It's a really, really big figure. It's the perfect for your. I mean, we're getting so much of Tatooine now. I mean, we've got a sand speeder. We've got Jawas. We've got sand people. We've got Luke in that original outfit. We have Obi-Wan. And now we have this. I mean, you can really have a lot of fun building up your. I mean, you take this guy to the beach. Good hands.
He fell off.
So it's a lot of cool things. What was the director?
Who was the director again?
David Lean. If this is too hard, I've got an easier one.
Go.
No, I put it up there. So name two 2 movies directed by David Lean that Alec Guinness
That little detail there.
was in. I believe there's 7 movies, I think, in all. But you really got to know your movie trivia here. And we had a guy on the Facebook page that actually posted a stop motion video of the dewback going across the screen.
Oh, really?
So he is very articulated, and you can get a lot of motion out of him and some really, really cool things.
No, I don't think so with the tail. I tried to.
Yeah.
I tried to do that.
Freddie, you are correct. Dr. Zhivago and Lawrence of Arabia. Yep. Sorry, Nick. Yep. Freddie, Evan will be contacting you, and we're going to get you your get your address, and we need to know what size shirt, AFJ shirt you would like to have. Oh, wait, we can do that as a separate thing.
Yeah, we'll do that
as a separate thing.
Now, this is cool. We'll have Stephanie do pictures of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, the back toe.
Detail
Right.
is like the sand blast on him.
Yeah.
If I can actually get it.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Yeah. If you can get him back on there.
I think we can get back on here. Now, the original figure, when you got it from the old Kenner line, he actually went into the dewback. So it was the same thing they did with the Tauntauns. He'd have this little secret compartment.
This is very, very cool.
They updated that with the Hasbro one where they actually made the legs so they would go like this. And it's as far as Star Wars goes, again, Hasbro just has a fantastic paint job. We've got great joints. He's able to fit on it. Evan.
Knocked them all over.
Knocked them all over, Evan.
Well, I was trying to make room for the big one.
All right. So.
Do I have to not look again?
Yes.
No, I think you should see it as we walk it over, because then you'll really. So for everybody who stuck with us for the Star Wars Live.
You're a little late, Bailey. Sorry about that.
I got a feeling Bob's going to be excited about this next one.
But I would be. It's Star Wars. I'd be excited about anything. Yeah. I am the Jedi junkie, and here I am. We're reviewing Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Even though
even I was excited when I saw.
Oh well, then I think I know what it is without even me 100% looking.
Go ahead. You could take a peek over.
Oh yeah, let's see. I knew I was going to bring my Stormtrooper helmet just so we'd have a comparison piece.
And there it is, folks.
You guys at the Target?
No, Walmart. It was up on the top, and I went, and Evan grabbed it, and I was like, we got to get this. He's like, we're gonna get this.
He was like, we're gonna buy this. I was so excited for you to see this.
Yes, this is very cool. If we had, we did Evan's Star-Lord helmet not too long ago, and we brought in the Stormtrooper helmet as a comparison. But this box is enormous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So here we have,
especially after seeing it next to the.
This is definitely
the
coolest. This might be cooler than both the Iron Man and the Star-Lord mask.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Wow.
So
God, that is huge.
There are a lot of pieces for these helmets.
This is gonna be a bit. Everybody, settle in.
Settle in for this review, guys.
Okay, so there's one piece. Now, the thing I loved about this when they were showing it to us at Toy Fair was it actually is in the pieces as if Luke took it off of his father.
You're gonna be Darth Helmet.
No, I've done that a few times. Oh, right, we got some more things to cut.
Here's your Black Series card.
Oh yeah, never lose these, as we talked about it on the Star-Lord helmet, which I'll tag here.
I love Star Wars, right? I mean, we know that. Mm-hmm. But this is really cool. You know what I mean?
That is really cool.
This is like, just this alone. Forget about this is the potatoes here. This is the meat.
Yeah, but I haven't even turned it around yet, because look how it looks on the screen. Haven't even had a chance to
bag that, Evan.
Oh no, you're washing us out, Evan.
I was trying to get it so you could see inside.
Eddie, I believe you're probably right, but you're just a little bit behind. Freddie got to it earlier.
Freddie won it. So here we go. I don't like to lose anything.
Don't lose anything.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Look at this.
Oh my!
So we've got all these details, and then check out the neck.
Does this thing take batteries?
I believe it does. It makes sound? I think it's got to make sound.
We probably should. Do we have batteries?
We do not have. I don't think we have batteries for this.
That was really dumb.
Here's the button is right here.
How many?
And then
this thing?
We've got a full head apparatus thing on here. I thought this actually comes off as a whole separate piece.
Oh, it's 2 AA's. We gotta have. Oh, 2 AA's. We might have that.
All right. So
2 baterías.
What I'm going to try and do the best is to show you the interior. So these are the details that we have here in the back. I lost kid-size Vader helmet. This is Eddie. This is not a kid-size Vader helmet. This is for adults. We have the top here. Look at that. I mean, the detail here is amazing. It doesn't really feel heavy. I'm looking to where do we put the batteries in? This is, I think, does this pop off?
Yeah, because that's how you're not going to get your head.
I'm not going to get my head in here.
There you go.
Oh.
And it's magnetic.
It's magnetic. Okay, so
hold on. I'm gonna go off. You keep working on this.
Evan, come here. We're gonna look for the batteries. We weren't really sure. Oh, MJ, we're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver too. So as you can see, this is a better interior of the inside. Evan's gonna bring it a little bit closer here.
It's hard to see because it's all black.
Yeah. I was going to put it on without the batteries, but we're on the process of actually getting the batteries done. Crazy, right?
It's funny that it looks almost like it's a dog that's just had their hair cut. So it's like shaved down on the side.
Yeah. It's just as clean as it's ever going to look. And I recommend this plastic using Armor All to polish it up from time to time. It gives it a nice shine. And even the little wipes, but I would kind of dry them out just a little bit so you don't get too many little clumps of Armor All like liquid stuck into the pieces. This is a little bit, all right, bring it over here. This is a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. So I'd be very careful with this part of the helmet. And as you can see inside here, there's magnets that are going to hold it in place.
These little silver bits here, you can't really see.
I have no idea what this thing is. I'm guessing it's to hold it up. So like the Star-Lord helmet, we do have straps here in the back, and we have this neck piece. So you're really I'm going to really be into this when we put it in.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck in there.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be claustrophobic. We're going to find out in a second.
Let's hope not.
I got mine last week. The only thing they are missing is not the voice changed helmet from the Kylo Ren and the Stormtroopers. Oh. So it doesn't change the voice.
Okay.
But again, I mean, anything that makes you feel like Vader, just sticking your face inside there, all the details that you're going to have.
I got to imagine it does feel a little bit claustrophobic just because that's sort of how it's supposed to feel.
Any luck? Oh,
we got it.
All right. So as we continue on, this is our first Star Wars unboxing, which is surprising. Really? Yeah, surprising to me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's our Star Wars. Now, apparently the voice does not change. So it must just breathe. Whereas in, who was it?
Kylo Ren?
Max just said, Max Armendariz. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but I am reading it from a distance. He said it doesn't change your voice, but I'm guessing that it breathes, and that's the most important thing.
We're going to turn the lights back on. We're getting dark.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
This
is minus, this is plus.
Plus down?
Nope.
Plus up.
I'm guessing plus up. What do you think? Plus up or down?
This helmet is so cool.
You're good. We'll hit the button.
What's this last piece for?
I have no idea what that piece does. It doesn't even show up.
It's supposed to go.
I think it's for stand and support.
Oh, okay.
So this is a nice feature. This is actually the stand that makes it rest when it sits up. I have to take the Stormtrooper helmet, and then if I want it to sit that it's looking straight ahead instead of looking at an angle like this, I actually have to put a little piece behind it. So,
I think maybe that's the way they did it to fix that.
For our first unboxing for Star Wars, this is pretty good.
Yeah. I may need your help with the back pieces.
Hold on. You're like Darth Vader. You actually need like. Here, look. I can't see. There you go. Okay. Sides are in.
Oh wow! There is not a lot of space for your mouth to move.
Yeah, if you can't get it on, I'm not.
It's got to.
Really, Evan? You put it in the hole.
It feels like you're on.
Yeah.
It should have magnets in there, dude. According to the manual, it should click in with magnets. No, that's not it.
Does it look straight?
No. Here, that's why. There you go.
Okay, I was going to say that really limits your
field of vision.
How can you see?
Yeah, I can actually see very well.
Can you destroy the universe?
I can, yeah.
Max is saying it just makes sounds when you detach parts of the helmet, also the breathing sound. So if you take off the top part, if you take off this top part, it should make.
Oh, you know what? You could take go ahead, take that off.
I'm supposed to.
Well, here, take that off because you can remove the faceplate as well. So take this off. This comes off. This portion detaches from. Ow! Oops, shit. Wow.
You can say, "Help me take this mask off," and literally, you're doing the scene from the movie.
Yeah.
It takes it.
I gotta say,
so,
it's epic, but
you get this. I mean, they really went. I mean, if you're doing the cosplay, I mean, pretty much you probably already have it if you're doing the cosplay. Yeah. But you've got the little breather apparatuses here. They move. A little bit of rubber pieces. If you can see that with my piece right there. So wow, and this is all magnets. So as you can see here, we have magnets here and on either side that attach this piece. So I mean, this is not something you want to lose.
Yeah.
I'd say this is the crown or the cap is a little difficult. It feels a little difficult to put on. I mean, you guys are helping me do it, but I think if you're putting this on, somebody's going to be walking around most of the day.
For a display piece alone, this is great. If you go out of your way to actually put it on and get it attached. I
really want a screen capture of that moment right there.
Oh, look, we have more people. Here, I'm gonna fix the back.
There's the noise. Did you hear that?
Yeah. We heard it. No, it was just for you. Just for you, Vader.
Only you get to hear it.
There you go.
Not on?
Huh?
That wasn't on.
No?
It's not on.
Well, I have no... It's this... This should be easier.
Yeah, this should definitely be a lot easier.
Well, the magnets should be almost stronger.
There we go. No.
Here, just look at me. Good job, look at me.
The magnet should almost be stronger.
There it is. Done. So pros. It's super awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cons.
Definitely really cool.
No voice changer.
Which is a little...
And it shouldn't be this hard to take on and off. I would torture every member of my family with this. My animals. I'd just be walking around, hitting the button.
Do not underestimate the power of the dark side.
So, Bob, what do you think?
I wish we were ready to do that bit where I could have thrown the camera at you.
It's good. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but yeah, this is everything that
Can
I
you
thought it would
read
be.
through it?
What?
Well, can you see the comments at all?
Here.
He should also be able to give the death choke grip.
So you should have that power, too.
That's a use every Halloween to pass out candy. Yep, I can see that. Put me in there so I can see. Yeah, I think this is great. This could be their crowning achievement in helmets. I mean, yeah, the Iron Man was good. The Stormtrooper
crowning achievement.
Crowning
the helmet.
Yes,
that's funny.
The Stormtrooper helmet. I actually had to adjust the inside to make it fit, but this fits like a glove. It's like when you get a baseball glove and you know exactly it's the right fit.
Yeah.
And I can actually talk, and I don't feel as if it's bouncing around on me. It feels very snug.
Yeah.
And I got a big nose, so I mean, clearly I thought that would be a problem. It's not.
It's actually
fitting very well.
It's actually intimidating to kind of like look over and just
Darth
see
Vader right there.
Yeah, when he says nothing and does the slow head pan, it is. Okay, so
I was thinking I was going to ask how comfortable it feels in terms of like the padding on the sides, because the Star-Lord helmet is a little bit.
Well, right
after a while it starts.
There's a piece right here that doesn't hurt at all. It's very smooth, and I have a facial hair today, so it's not rubbing it. And then there's a bridged, nice little foam piece right on the nose where I think it's doing most of the weight, but a lot of it feels that it sits right here, and it's not uncomfortable. It's actually very comfortable.
Freddie wants to know if it's sweaty inside.
Not yet. Not yet. But we have a nice cool warehouse in here, so it's not sweating.
And Max says, for the buck, this is the best helmet for the inside details. However, EFX and ROTS are much better in the quality, except they lack of inside details.
No,
so
I think for the details are pretty good. I mean, this isn't like a master replica helmet, which you wouldn't want to wear out of the house. This would be the version you would wear out of the house.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly more expensive than the Star-Lord on sale. The Iron Man helmets only went up in price. So I have a feeling that I'm just going to walk in and see Bob wearing this, constantly taunting Evan.
He's just going to be sitting there.
Giving Evan the force choke. I think this is,
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I'd put this thing out, and I think it might find its home here. But I think it's pretty good.
You can't see, but he's like, what? What do you mean? Is this thing coming home with me?
Can have the do-back.
That's on film, people.
That was the plan.
Get this.
Here. Just.
Well, I want to kind of do it myself.
They would like you to give them a Vader voice.
Oh, you want a James Earl Jones?
Yeah, like you got to without the no top hat, just
all too easy. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
All too easy. No, I can't do it.
No.
I'm all in this part here with the microphone. That'd be great. Now wait, let me see if I can get it off.
No, this is
here.
This is definitely. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to see it.
Wow. Go ahead, show them the inside of that.
So this actually made
so they can see it kind of like the way that or Evan here.
This actually made a noise when I took it off.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and it adds to the element of
the value.
It adds to the element of fun with this whole thing.
Flip it so it's not upside down. It's upside down.
I'm getting this for my dad for his birthday in June. My dad he dressed up as Darth Vader at my what's it called? Rehearsal dinner. We had a Halloween rehearsal dinner party for me, and nobody knew what my dad was going to be. He's not the kind of guy who dresses up. And he bought a full Darth Vader costume. And when he got the helmet, he thought it was terrible. So he went and bought another helmet so it would be a better helmet, and thought the lightsaber was terrible too. So he went and bought himself a master replica helmet. So I think I'm going to order my dad this helmet for his birthday. He's probably going to lose his mind when he sees it, because it's fantastic.
If anybody has one that's watching live, where'd you find it? I mean, we were stupid excited when we found this at Walmart. And surprisingly, for a Hasbro release, not a lot of people know that this is out.
It was one of the things at Toy Fair that was kind of stuck to the corner. And I kind of thought, the emphasis of Toy Fair was on the sale barge because they had just shown it to us on screen.
And they had to sell 5,000?
I think it was 5,000. They had to sell so many of them. So I kind of was standing there waiting in line to get pictures of things, and I noticed that the helmet was there, and I'm like, I didn't know about the helmet. Why did I know about this helmet? So it's definitely a Star Wars thing to have. Evan's going to put it on now. How you doing there, big guy? Now, so it's interesting seeing it from this perspective. It does lock into place, and it makes a noise. And now, I don't know what your problem was, guys.
No, when you do it straight on, it's easy, but from the side, the curves are deceiving.
I am your father. So, like I was saying earlier, that if this thing sits on the shelf for a while and you need to dust it, I've always used a little bit of Armor All and just like the same things you would use to clean the inside of your cars. Just get those little pads and then just wipe it down and give it a nice dusting. These are nice too. These little plastic tabs here that add that extra color. I'd be a little bit worried. This feels like it's painted on. And I only bring those three things up is because I have an original Don Post Star Wars Darth Vader helmet, and those were they were stickers and they fell off. So I actually had to get like a paint marker and add those to it. But I mean, I've had it since like 1993. So I mean,
it's been you got your use.
I actually wore it to my wedding for the pictures, not actually for the wedding.
The one thing I would say about this, having had the
should get closer to the mic if you're going to talk.
What?
All right.
Yes. So the one thing I would say about having this on after having the Star-Lord helmet on is I can see much more.
Yes, you can.
Because the Star-Lord helmet is just two little circles.
It's like welder
greater
goggles.
field of vision.
Yeah, my field of vision is greatly increased. Like Star-Lord is like this. This one I can see. Yeah. I can still see MJ.
Yeah.
From looking this way.
You can see all the rebel scum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
so it's good. It's
much more, I think it's a little bit more comfortable. Too,
it's big too. I mean, like looking at it from the outside and seeing it on somebody, it looks as if that's really what he would have on. So I mean, it doesn't look like a toy. It looks like you're wearing the samurai helmet with the grill and the mask and the breathing apparatus. It's great. Yeah, we don't have a lightsaber here.
Yeah, the black pieces. Yes, we do know it's the stand. Why don't you pop that off? Let's.
Are you going to put it on?
No.
You're not going to go for it?
No, my head's too big for
that. But I know that's why you wanted it.
No, I bought it because you were going to get excited.
Oh. He wants to watch me get excited.
It would be great if they came out with a replica clothing next. Listen, if Hasbro can make money with it, they're going to bring it to you.
Well, yeah, but what is the company? Anvios?
And I think somebody mentioned it earlier, right? No?
Yeah. I think it's Anvios or Anmonos. They do Star Trek. They do Battlestar Galactica. They do Star Wars. Yeah. You can get the costumes there, and this is an expensive hobby. Once you get to, I mean, for toy collectors, we buy action figures, and those kind of things. This is kind of a little bit of an extra treat. This gets you on that edge of sideshow collectibles if you're not there yet. So this is a nice piece to have out on display. It's fun to wear. You have a dinner party, people come over, they see this, everybody's going to want to put it on and take a selfie. I mean, it advertises itself.
Yeah.
But the thing that you have to remember is that once you start down this dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny on getting the other things to this. I mean, the expensive lightsaber, the chest plate, the light up.
That's kind of
all of that.
I want to add in one thing after being inside of it. The Darth Vader noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
The Darth Vader noise from the inside is so much more menacing than hearing it from the outside.
Because
it's like he's right behind you.
With the stand thing.
Darth Vader is directly behind you when you're.
So with the Han Solo movie coming up, I think we should really just talk about the fact that everybody should be thanking Disney, because if you were a nerd
before,
yeah,
I mean, they have given you everything that you want. You've got Marvel movies every 3 months now, almost 3 to 4 months. You've got at least one, if not two, Star Wars movies now.
Yeah,
a year.
Well, there is a such thing as oversaturation, and that's something that I have a discussion quite often with. And it's one of those things where if the content is good, it's not rushed, and it's a well thought out story, and there's a purpose for Darth Vader to be in the film or to have this throwback moment to a moment that will happen in the future of the characters, then it's worth it.
So timeline wise, could we get a Darth Vader?
We could get Vader in
Solo?
Yeah, of course.
I don't see where he fits in it, though.
Because where does he fit in the story?
Just give me just the tip. Just a little bit of the helmet,
Yeah.
I know we did almost hit 50 minutes. I was gonna berate you for that.
He could be in the story somewhere. We don't know who all the bad guys are going to be, and we don't know what they're going to rob. I mean, it's a caper movie, so they could be taking something from an Imperial stronghold. He could be there.
Well, I mean, if you've got the pimp trooper on the train that they're robbing, it's got to be an Imperial load, right?
Yeah. I didn't.
Yep.
He just gives that look like his son does when he smiles.
Yeah.
But here, I got it on the. I got it. It goes right behind it, and it kind of just elevates it so that the helmet itself does not actually this part does not actually have to sit on the thing.
I'm gonna actually walk around just so I can look at it straight on.
I don't know if we could get it. I moved it.
I'm not gonna get it.
No, but that's awesome. It's too big for the.
It's too big for the spinning thing.
Way too big. But that's really, really cool.
So it goes on this. I actually wish that they actually just sold these pieces because I would love to put my Stormtrooper and maybe even my older. Oh wow! Now the magnet's locked in. It was like boom. So that is a fantastic. I mean, any Star Wars fan, with the holidays coming up and stuff. Well, eventually, this would be a great thing to add to give to your dad if he's a big Star Wars nut like mine is. Give him this for Father's Day, fitting. Can't go. I don't think you can go wrong with this. It's a great helmet.
Nick Phillips says, "I think it would feel forced to put Vader in it. Boba Fett or Jabba cameo would make more sense."
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Boba, there was one guy on Instagram. I think it was it Kylo on Instagram?
Kylo Collector.
Kylo Collector. I think it was him. He made a fake Boba Fett Black Series helmet.
Oh yeah, he
posted it. And said,
on April Fool's.
Yeah, on April Fool's Day, coming to Entertainment Earth. And I was all over the Entertainment Earth site because Hasbro has done some nice Boba Fett helmets and Clone Trooper helmets, but nothing at this level of quality and detail. Those are for the kids, even though I have both of them and they fit me fine. A Boba Fett one, I think, is just that's the next step. And maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're waiting for a Boba Fett movie or they're making some sort of tie-in, but this is long overdue, and we need the X-Wing helmet next.
Two things. Nick Phillips says a cameo like we don't expect like Bosk.
Yeah.
Or and Bailey says, "Hell yeah, I get that." My list is just growing.
All right, so 2 questions. If you see a younger Boba Fett, would you, or not Boba Fett? I'm sorry, Jabba. Mm-hmm. You want him to be skinnier?
Yeah,
I'd like.
Huts are always they're always big.
No, he's big.
If you watch the Clone Wars cartoon, he has a child.
He's big in Phantom Menace. He's big in Phantom Menace. Yeah. So it's not going to be any thinner.
Good point.
He's not going to be any thinner.
All right. So earlier we did Diamond Select.
Yes.
The Thanoses.
Yeah. We'll link that here.
Link to that.
Mm-hmm.
We were pretty impressed with Diamond Select overall.
Yeah.
So now we've got a Black Series figure, a Black Series, I guess you call it vehicle, or I mean, you know what I mean?
Creature,
and a helmet. Again, like Disney, just like they own Marvel, works with Diamond Select for the Select figures. Mm-hmm. They work with Hasbro for Black Series. Yeah. They work with Hasbro for the Marvel Legends. I think that this is a good match for these are great overall. Yeah. I'm not a giant Star Wars collector, but this is really cool. Mm-hmm. And this is something I would buy.
You did?
Yeah, but I bought it for the show.
Right.
But for all of our fans.
I think the combination of Disney and Hasbro and Star Wars, the three of them together, I mean, Star Wars and Disney have been together way since the very first Disney World, where they added the ride, and that just became like a natural partnership. And then when when Star Wars was bought by Disney, it's just like, well, that just makes sense, and it fits and it works.
It wouldn't be a live stream if we didn't take pot shots at DC. So you've got Disney.
I think it's completely fair to do it. It's completely fair.
And Star Wars. So I guess the counterpoint to that would be Warner Brothers, DC, mm-hmm. and Mattel. So, I'm not seeing a Batman cowl.
No, and that
I don't have a.
There was a 66 cowl, and it was very limited. It was
Diamond Select again.
Right? No, it was Matty Collector.
Was it Matty Collector?
It was Matty Collector, and it was one of those things that it was like, I think it was $200, but you had to order from the store. You got this at a Walmart.
Yeah.
This is a higher end item for toys in Walmarts, but we were looking for the Jurassic Park colossal T-Rex today, and that was $60. That's a $60 toy sitting on the shelf. We saw the $100 Falcon today, just sitting there. So this I think is a rare item to find at a Walmart. They probably get like one in a box.
But this is the fruit of good partnerships.
Yeah.
People caring about the toy line, investing in the technology, the 3D face printing. What was the figure that you?
The Death Star Commander. To compare the 40th anniversary release of the Death Star Commander against the one that just dropped on Force Friday, the Black Series figures, the faces are they're leaps and bounds apart. One looks like a figure from 77 with his face, well, not as bad as that figure, but just looks like a basic, face, where the other one looks like it's actually a person. Yeah. Like it looks like a little tiny person. So it's, it made me, I already have 2 of those Death Squad figures. It made me want to get the new one just because the face was so much better. So,
all right. So we have a comment from Rumpelstiltskin Frankenstein.
Nice.
Who says free comic book day?
What's going on Free Comic Book Day?
That's remember. You doing like a? You doing
no. I mean, why is he bringing up Free Comic Book Day?
Are you doing a bit?
Because Rick's.
Oh yeah.
Rick's going to do the midnight.
No, there is no midnight thing. Unless his store is
just his store.
Oh,
Rick told me he was going out for the 1,000th issue of Action Comics.
Yeah, but that's tonight.
Yeah.
Free Comic Book Day is
May 5th is Free Comic Book Day, and we're going to be
different. Yeah,
we're going to be going to different shops and seeing what each store has, and just kind of showing different locations and what different people do, and everybody does something different, and it's a fun day, and I always go.
Does anybody have any questions or want to see anything on the Range/Pimp Trooper, the Dewback, or the Darth Vader helmet?
Or Zuvio.
And
we always answer questions about Zuvio.
If you're watching, do you have a question for the Zuvio? So,
yes, we pronounced your name right. Do we have any plans for Comic-Con, Freddie?
The Greater Philadelphia Comic-Con, we will be there.
We're going to be at Wizard World for sure.
Going to be at Wizard World.
We are going to try to do New York Comic-Con.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
San Diego Comic-Con up in the air. We're East Coasters.
We might be a little bit late on that one.
Yeah. We weren't planning on going this year, but with everything that happened at the beginning of the year, we kind of shifted gears.
Yeah.
So we had to, we realized that we were 2 months late to even look at San Diego Comic-Con to apply for badges, let alone the nightmare that it is to get a place to stay.
Yeah.
So we would love to go. Probably just not going to happen.
Yeah, not this year, but we're hoping for next year for sure. So if you can see, we are all wearing the red number 9 or Cool Guys.
Hashtag Cool Guys Zuvio.
Hashtag Cool Guys Zuvio. So if you don't know, Constable Zuvio here is one of the sad figures that you see on in most stores that have Black Series that haven't turned them over, mostly Toys R Us, you can find a bunch of these guys.
Yeah, we have one Into the Wild where we found 16.
16.
I'll tag that one here. 16.
It's a good figure. He's a figure that in the beginning was actually very sought after, but then got deleted from the movie, so nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
We have been singing his praises. We've been carrying him around wherever we go.
He's the inside joke, for the Black Series collectors. He's the muck man.
Yeah. He's not even muck man because he would be sought after.
Yeah. he's the anti-muck man.
He's the nega muck man.
Nega muck man.
This is a figure that we absolutely love, and we would like it if you have your own pictures or you see Constable Zuvio out at Toys R Us. We know he's still out there. Just hashtag Cool Guy Zuvio. Do it at The Real AFJ on our Instagram.
Our favorite thing is when you find him at a convention for more than retail.
Right.
Because he's a $5 or less figure.
Or less.
So if you find him for $5 or less, we want to see it. If you find him for more than 20, we want to see it. If you see Cool Guy Zuvio, we want to see it. We'll tag to our our PSA.
Yeah.
Yes.
To this as well.
Won't you help a Zuvio in need?
A friend of ours on Instagram was actually going to put his up for $300 at his next convention to see if anybody would buy it. Just to be funny, because it's not going anywhere. We saw one for $29.99 at the Comics Entertainment Expo in Chicago. A friend of ours had tagged him and just couldn't believe he was $29. We're like, really? Who's going to buy that figure? You can buy him anywhere. But that's the cool part. You can get him anywhere. And we love them.
Yeah.
So here's the challenge. Find a Zuvio in the wild. Hashtag cool guy Zuvio. Tag us in it.
Mm-hmm.
The first 5 people.
Right. Well, yeah, size permitting.
Size permitting.
We'll
First five people that find Zuvio in the wild. Tag cool guy. Hashtag cool guy Zuvio. Tag us in it. Over the next couple days.
Right.
T-shirt coming your way. You get your own cool
we had
guy.
We had these specially printed.
If you want to be on the absolute cutting edge of Black Series collector, back in the day on an online forum and typing away while eating Cheetos in your mother's basement. These are the shirts you want.
Yeah. We had some comments here. Star Wars for life, yes. Rumpelstiltskin.
The Toad was the same way. He's the most valuable out of the Series 1 Marvel Legends.
Yes, he is. And isn't there a variant, too? There's like a green and a brown
Toad?
Yeah, of the Marvel Legend. If you know Edgar, throw it out there. Because he's one that you'll come across at some comic book shops that don't know what they have.
Yeah.
That's an instant buy. Okay, I think
that's it.
How long do we go for today?
56. If we vamp for 4 more minutes, we hit an hour.
Yeah,
we hit an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna.
Oh, do you guys have any final questions?
Anything else?
He's now most valuable. Yeah. Do you guys have any final questions? I mean, we love the helmet. We love the Pimp Trooper and the Range Trooper, and then the dewback over here is, I think, blew all 3 of us away.
Yeah,
and I'm the Star Wars nut, and I was sold from the second I saw it in a photograph.
See, and again, I can't. As a DC collector, there's just nothing like this.
Yeah.
The tail moves independently of the jaw, but in the original Kenner figure, you would move the tail, and the head would go like this. It was one of the coolest things that I think I got for like $3 at a Boscov's. They were just getting rid of all the Return of the Jedi Star Wars stuff, and my parents just bought a whole bunch of them. We were giving them away as Christmas presents for like 2 years. There was just so much Star Wars stuff that we got at a Boscov's one day.
Nick says, didn't Phil Collins write a song about Zuvio? That's absolutely great. Just as much. If you want to karaoke Zuvio,
that's it. Yeah.
That'll get you a T-shirt too. So you got 2 ways to win.
Oh my God! If you video yourself singing Zuvio, tag us on the Facebook page.
We will send it to Hasbro 100%. We've got so many Instagram people that are all madly Star Wars that they'll go crazy. And if you have a helmet, wear the helmet too.
Wear the helmet, yes.
For sure.
Oh my God.
Okay, Rumpelstiltskin's going to do it. We're looking out for it. Freddie, you're welcome, man. We appreciate you watching.
There was one earlier from Steve Dillard who was saying, are there more of the 40th anniversary figures coming out from the original 21, especially Boba Fett?
No, as far as they showed us at Toy Fair, that I think the 40th line is done.
Why did they go to the 375 from the 6-inch?
You mean from the vintage?
Yeah,
they did the vintage again. They brought back the vintage line.
Yeah, but this is a vintage 6-inch.
This is just a vintage card, and this was for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. So I believe when we hit 2020, I would expect to see this for the Empire Strikes Back. So that's probably when you're going to see Boba, Han in a Bespin, the garb, Leia in her Bespin outfit. All of them they'll probably do the 40th for Empire bigger than they did it for Star Wars because there were so many toys. Like, I'm going to throw it out there now. I'm saying Snowspeeder Black Series for the 40th. I mean,
that'd be cool.
What we've seen at Hasbro, the level of which we're getting to, and that'll be 1 year after the last Saga movie. God only knows what Star Wars is going to be like at that point.
Yeah,
I'm saying Toy Fair 2020, we're going to see the Snowspeeder.
So next year we'll get the barge, right? Do you think?
Yes.
With the amount of people that did it, that bought in, what's the next big Hasbro Labs?
It would have to be the Death Star. It would have to be some sort of form of the Death Star. Other than that, I couldn't think of what else would be that big on that level. And I didn't tell you guys, since you guys brought up the sail barge. A friend of mine, Will Faust from Top Shelf Fun, has offered to bring his in and let us open it and review it on camera.
There you go.
So Will Faust, the top shelf fun, he is going to bring in the sail barge. Now, we're talking next year.
Yeah.
We're talking February 2019. But he's like, oh, yeah, I'm all for that. So he's just like, he loves toys. He loves Star Wars. And this is a guy who sold off his 375 line, and he went and got it anyway. Yeah, because he's totally Black Series now. Yeah. So it's just craziness.
All right, so because I have one more question for you, and somehow we did Van. They need to finish the 21 figures. I agree with you on that. I hate starting a line that doesn't finish. Rumpelstiltskin said,
you want like a boss. I mean, I'm sorry, boss. You want a Walrus Man. You want a Hammerhead. Yeah, I would like Black Series of both of those guys, especially because Walrus Man or Pona Baba, he totally changed his whole outfit, like from just this little orange jumpsuit with green gloves and stuff to an actual, like, you know, his arm would have to fall off. And then would you do the fuzzy hand or would you do the clawed hand? You know, there's different things that you could do with that. Plus, are you going to throw Dr. Azarian into that mix and give us a Black Series of him? That sounds like a Comic-Con 2-pack right there to me. So I should be working for Hasbro.
So Rumpelstiltskin said, I was a baby model for Kenner in Cincinnati when they first came out. Send us those pictures.
Oh, please send us those pictures. We'll write an article,
and especially if you give us a Zuzuvio, we'll tie all that together.
Now, Bailey had a good question here. He said, did they do a Stormtrooper, Luke, and Han for the Black Series, Bailey? I'm guessing that's what we're talking about. They did do a Han. They did do a Luke. And they did Stormtrooper, a straight Stormtrooper, not just a Sand Trooper. They've actually had 2 Sand Troopers now, but they also did Luke and Han as Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So you're gotten it all there.
Yeah.
They pretty much have done it all.
Nick says Black Series Sandcrawler, question mark?
Somebody said that earlier,
Somebody said that earlier.
I think it's too big. Yeah. I think if you're going to do that, you'll have already seen an X-Wing at this point. Okay. And I think that the X-Wing
for like a 6-inch scale, that would be massive.
We're almost at what, 70 figures now?
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have a 6-inch X-Wing
vehicle.
I think a Snowspeeder is the next step because it's a 2-seater. It's not nearly as big, and something that Hasbro looks at, and they've told us this time and time again. It's production and shipping. Like shipping these things takes a lot of money, and they have to box it and package it. And is there that much of a want? When you turn out product like the do-back here, yes, there is a want because that is a fantastic piece. I mean, you put that on your coffee table if your wife will allow it, mine will, and it's one of those things that you want to have. It's not Sideshow collectible-esque, but it doesn't have the price tag of Sideshow collectible. You know, and it also does. If this falls over and breaks, go get another one. With Sideshow, it's a whole nother mindset of hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. You know, and you don't want your kids to touch it. You could give this to a kid; he could play with it. He could have a blast with it. I mean, it's huge,
and it doesn't. It's made relatively well. Sometimes you get out those big figures, and you're terrified. I wouldn't be so terrified. So, okay, last question before we wrap this up. Thanks, Rumple.
Thanks, Rumple.
Rumps.
We've got a bunch of these on our YouTube.
Yeah, check us out.
This is the bigger set. This is only the third episode of this set.
This. Okay.
We have our Thanos one up on our YouTube already.
Yeah, Thanos is on YouTube.
Hasbro, talk Black Series, talk HasLab, Big Barge. Do they take their Legends Marvel license and do the mansion?
Which, Jabba's Palace?
No, I'm talking Legends now. Marvel.
Oh, Avengers Mansion?
Avengers Mansion.
Avengers Tower.
Maybe the tower. Maybe the black. What's the
Blackbird?
jet?
The Quinjet.
No, I'm talking X-Men.
Oh,
Blackbird.
The Blackbird.
I would love to see the Blackbird.
X-Men Mansion.
It would be big. I would love to see the Danger Room. Something to do with the Danger Room.
That would be great. I mean, like, because that's really, what are you going to give us? Like little rooms inside of the mansion?
Even if they did like a cardboard, to start like a cardboard one that would just fill it out, that would be fun. And then have little, like, you get like a piece of each different, like, device that would try to be dangerous, you know, to the X-Men. That would be neat.
Would you pay $500 or $600 for something, you know, massive?
Normally I would say no, but those so many Legends
now, because they've kind of went away from the 375 line.
Yes, they're very limited
that being
with that.
it, in order to do something in the 6-inch scale, it would have to be massive.
Yep.
So $600.
If you got enough Marvel Legends and you want to break them out of their shell and you want to do something with it, yes. Because I think Hasbro's going to have to start giving the collectors what they want, because that's their only audience now. Kids aren't buying toys like the way they used to. We buy these figures because we want to be closer to the characters. We want to
pick up that piece of your childhood.
Yeah, touch the universe that's only on film or DCP. And with comic books, it's the same thing. It's like we have the characters in movies, but they were also on panels on a comic, and this allows you to do whatever you want with them. You create your own stories, and it if this is a break from your norm, and you're going to set up a danger room and have the X-Men watching and participating and doing it. Sounds like fun.
I think it'll be really interesting if Disney does buy the X-Men and the rest of the characters back, with the exception of the characters Sony owns.
Mm-hmm. Which they kind of have a deal with.
The Marvel Cinematic Phase 4 goes, and the toys, because think about it, the X-Men wave leaked the actual box art, and a couple people got the figures, and it was everywhere. For a couple days. And those aren't even, even the X-Men comic book series has been ran down. There's no TV show going currently. The movies aren't even, these figures are Sabretooth. They're Bishop. They're Omega Red. Wolverine. These are your classic 90s kind of Jim Lee-esque X-Men. And they're still popular without the backing of Disney today. With Hasbro putting out, Hasbro's putting out the toys, but no TV shows, no these other things. So I think we're in the right time to not only be a geek, to be a collector. We're being heard more and more. I think it's a hell of a time to love stuff from your childhood and appreciate it in the way that we do. So, G.I. Joe, you're so right, Nick.
Nick, I heard an off-the-cuff remark from one of the Hasbro reps after the press event was over, so it's not technically on the record, but somebody had asked him, where's G.I. Joe? And the one rep said, look for G.I. Joe when the next movie comes out, which I think is 2020 is the announcement for that. But we've been toying with some G.I. Joe want lists of our own.
Yeah, tell us what you want. We can do some pretty cool stuff here. So.
Looking at what we have here in front of us as kind of a basis for what we would like to see with G.I. Joe. I'm a huge fan of G.I. Joe. I don't know if you guys are.
Yeah. I love
I had the flag when I was a kid. And
we have a great idea for a G.I. Joe Build-A-Figure, to be real honest.
Yeah. So we've been toying around with some ideas, trying to, push Hasbro to saying, hey, fans want this. So we definitely would like to get back into G.I. Joe. I would love to see like a Black Series Trouble Bubble, Black Series Claw, one of those crazy little things that, G.I. Joe keeps resurfacing it at Comic-Con with like the Transformer.
Well, you still, every once in a while, you'll get like a Cobra pack from them, an anniversary, Good Guys, Bad Guys, I think a couple years ago. But you know what? Especially in New Jersey, if you go to like the Cherry Hill toy shows, there's always at most conventions, a strong G.I. Joe cosplay presence.
Yes.
And if they're cosplaying it, they're buying the figures, they're doing the whole thing. So, all right, we're pretty deep into this. So, Freddie, your pockets are feeling hurt. We know that. We feel you over here.
Yeah.
Jake, I'm really sorry we're not selling any Range Troopers, but
sorry. He thought. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I just give them another week or so.
Yeah, they're going to restock. And if we happen to see one while we're out, we'll either try to tag you or keep your eye open, because whenever we see something that people like on the page, we post it, we give it to you at cost, we cover the shipping, and we throw something in for fun.
Yeah.
Nick, Hasbro needs to crowdfund some G.I. Joe stuff. I think Hasbro has a big picture for the future of their Has universe,
right,
as they're calling it, right?
Hasbro's.
So between Transformers and G.I. Joe, unfortunately, be patient. It's going to get there.
Yeah.
Steve Dillard is 53, and he will always collect Marvel Legends.
Nice.
A diehard, man.
Wow,
Good for you.
53.
If you are
10 years
always
older than
collecting them, we'd love to see some pictures of your collection. If you haven't already,
post it on the page.
Post them. We always love to see those. And Rumpelstiltskin, our Zuzuvio guy, he says, "Yo, Joe." So,
why didn't we put that together? I can't wait to think of
I know.
Zuzuvio.
I mean,
That would have been the hashtag.
I blame Evan.
So do I.
Guys, thanks so much for being here with us. We're gonna have another live on Friday.
Yeah, don't know what that's going to be yet.
Yeah, Rick's gonna come down. No, we're doing a mezcal.
Oh, that's right.
doing
That's
mezcal?
right. Are we doing more than one mezcal?
No,
same
I
one?
think only,
Okay,
just
we're going to do
one.
mezcal.
We're definitely gonna do the Ascending Night, and it'll be week 2 of a week in review.
Yeah.
So come check us out.
We're ready to talk Jurassic Park because, boy, is that already becoming a thing.
It's the new mucking craziest thing on the page.
Those mucking dinosaurs.
They are all mucking over.
Muck finds a way.
Yeah, Muck does find a way.
Look at
That's
Evan.
great. We're going to make a poster for that. Guys, thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a great one. Oh, that kills me.